How's it going, everybody? This is MrYourWilly. I'm hanging out in Andoria here. So, what's up? Well, Andoria's finally updated to 1.3.2, but before you go off and update your Minecraft, there's some things that I wish to talk to you guys about. First off, the title of this video, Goodbye Andoria, Hello Kuza. Well, why are we saying goodbye to Andoria, and what is Kuza? Well, we've been running Andoria for over a year. We've had this server, started it back in 1.5, created Baldric back in 1.7, made it public in 1.0, and we've been constantly updating it every time that they release a new Minecraft version. And doing so many updates has really taken its toll. You know, there's versions that are old, plugins, or the config files are old. It just causes lag, things that we're not using. Things like that is seriously been adding up on the server, and all the GMs have decided that it's finally time to start from scratch. We've really built the server upon, a lot. Look at how much structures we've added around this world since we started out. We only had like the arena and the square and the bank and, a very few buildings started, and we've really built upon it. And you guys have really built a relationship with the server, starting it from back when it was, first released, creating a town with your friends and, doing a lot of fun stuff. So we don't want to hinder you by starting a new server, but we also don't want to take away what the server has made, what the server has become. So we've all decided what makes Andoria Andoria. What makes it such a fun server to play on? What should we keep when we transfer to a new server? What elements should we incorporate? Which elements should we change? And which elements should we toss out altogether? And some of the things that we are keeping are things like a center world. Like Baldric is a center world in this one. So we're keeping that concept. A world that you start in. A world that has all the major economy, like shops and all the teleporters and that kind of thing. Another thing that makes Andoria what it is the world Andoria. The ability to buy a plot of land when you first start off in a town, being able to create your own town eventually as you become a baron, have your friends join you in those towns, and really create a community with everybody else. So we're keeping an Andoria theme environment where you create a town and you have people you can join your town, that kind of thing. So we're keeping that type of essence. Another thing that really adds an interesting dynamic is our mining world and our hell world. Being able to go to hell and, fight off ghasts and, being able to go to a mining world that's very unique, this huge cavern world. So we're keeping those, not the exact worlds, but we're keeping that essence. What makes those environments, what makes it fun for you guys? We're adding in a lot of things that are kind of new. We had GM games for a long time back in this arena, things like Sheepzilla or Hammer Drop or capture the flag, or hide and seek, or treasure hunt. We've had a lot of fun, tiny little games that we've played as a GM. But I know a lot of you guys wish to play games when a GM's not around, like, maybe Spleef, or Paintball, or maybe some fun single-player games like, races or puzzles. So we're adding a GM, or not GM world, but a game world to this new server. A world that you can hop on and you can play games with your friends. Be able to play games with just yourself. Challenge yourself in an arena that you're constantly fighting onslaughts of monsters. Or maybe a PvP arena where you and your friends taking on another team. Or a free-for-all arena where it's the last man standing claims all. We're adding in these kind of fun things to allow you guys to have a good time on the server other than the GM games. We're also adding prizes, tokens that you can use, that you win on some of these games, that you can use in a luxury shop that allows you to buy things that are very unique. Things that are kind of hard to acquire, like, enchanted armor and tools. Or maybe things that you can't acquire at all, such as magical scrolls. We're adding a magical element to this new server because we thought it would kind of add to the roleplay theme that we have. So we're having magical scrolls that allow you to see through stone as if it's glass, be able to create light at your feet so you can walk through dark caves without having to place torches everywhere, be able to shoot fireballs at the ghast and show them who's boss, things like that. So we're adding a lot of fun things, and it's going to make this new server just as good, if not even better, than the server you guys have been playing on for so long. And we're also not going to punish you guys for playing on the server for so long. If you guys have been on the server since day one and you guys have acquired a lot of materials and wealth, and we're not going to just punish you, bad Baron, for earning so much, you have to start as a commoner. No, we're not going to do anything like that. We're actually going to allow you to take some of your wealth, take some of your precious builds, and move it to the new world. And I'll explain to you right now how that's done. So first off, let's go ahead and get out of here and get out of GM mode so I don't break anything. So this is the pirate ship. You guys know it before because we allowed you to sell iron, gold, and diamonds to this back when the shops were not being run. So it's actually been retrofitted. It still allows you to sell things like diamonds and gold and iron, gold, and diamonds to this shop, but also allows you to buy from it, and you can actually buy at a 1-to-1 ratio. So I sell this gold and I sell this gold. It doesn't I don't waste any money because there's no tax involved. And the reason why we're doing this is because a lot of people have gotten a lot of wealth. Me right now, I'm broke. So let's give myself some money here. Oops, that needs to be over here. And so, I've gotten, a good amount of wealth here. That money, the /money command, that will not be transferred to the new server. You have to turn it into physical items. So if you have 325 Drex, you need to get an iron or a gold nugget by right-clicking. Right clicks buy, left click sell, and right-clicking an iron ingot. And now you have no money, and you have physical items. This is very important because in here, this is the transfer box. This allows you to take items, physical items, from the old server to the new server. When you open this up, it's individual. This is my chest. Nobody else can see it. Just like if you open it, you'll see only your stuff in here. You get the first 3 rows free. So these 3 rows, you get absolutely free. Anything more, it won't let you. Let's say your chest bank is full. So you need to make sure that you save accordingly. Now, you can upgrade the box to hold 6 rows by upgrading here. But if I click it, I can't afford it. I don't have any money. Now, all you have to do is, sell enough money to actually have physical money here. See, 20,000 Drex, to just left click the upgrade sign. And now I have upgraded my chest to elevated. Now I can actually put stuff in the remaining 3. So you get a maximum of a double chest worth of inventory space to transfer. The first ones are free. The next 3 you have to pay for. And the moment you leave, it automatically gets saved to the hard drive, so you don't have to worry about any issues with saving of the items. And you don't have to worry about people stealing because, like once I said, it's individual to you. So plan accordingly. This is all you get for physical item transfers. And any money should be transferred into diamonds, gold, and iron, gold, and diamonds. Because those are still going to play a major currency role in the new server. We're still keeping iron, gold, and diamonds as the base economy. Those prices will never change. They're actually going to be very similar to the prices that you already have. So make sure you transfer all your items to those and put it in here. Any of this other space is saved for other stuff, like, maybe you want to transfer some building materials over, or some pressure plates, or whatever. Maybe an enchanting table and some brewing stands, or some potions, or whatever you want to transfer. This is your spot for doing so. Now, maybe you have other stuff you want to transfer, like actual buildings. So let's go to Andoria here. And so, you've built a town and you have, a lot invested in the town. Not only do you have the plots in your town to invest in, but you also have, structures like this building here. It means a lot to me. It moves me when I look at it. Okay, it doesn't really mean that much to me, but to some of you guys have structures that you've built and it's something that you really want to keep. Well, don't worry. We'll actually help you transfer physical buildings to the new server. You only get a limited amount of buildings that you can transfer, and it all depends on how big they are. We can transfer more smaller items or less larger items, but they're all priced off of 3 grading scales. There's a small building, which this I would consider to be the very maximum of a small building. Anything larger than this might be considered a medium building. A medium building is somewhere between a medium and a large would be like this biodome. This is a large, and this would actually not only be a large, but this would actually be a large plus an extra transfer fee. There's going to be transfer fees included. The base price, small, medium, and large, is just like this. This has no valuable materials in it. It's just wood, stone, very simple, basic materials. Wool. That's a small base price. Nothing's added to it. But if I have, iron blocks in the doorways and gold blocks in the ceiling, that will add up the price. So be aware of that when you transfer stuff over. Extra size will also add up a price. For instance, this biodome, this is an extra large biodome. So this would have an extra price added to it, basically. That biodome there is probably a little bit bigger than the largest size that you can get without having some extra cost. So do be aware when you're transferring stuff over that, there will be some additional fees depending on how big your building is or what your building's made out of. Also be aware that we will remove anything that shouldn't be allowed. Ender chests, for instance, and normal chests. Like if you think you're clever, I'm going to put this underneath the floorboard here so nobody sees, this chest because I'm clever. No, when we select your building to copy it, we will do the remove command for any chest and any ender chest in the building. So you will not keep those items. So if you put a chest in the floorboards and you stack it with stuff, you lost it. So don't go thinking you're going to be clever like that. So do be aware that you can have transfers of buildings, but you got to ask a GM when they're on. So either me or Wind can do it when we're online. That hard, you can mention it to him because he's a lord. You can mention it to lords, and they'll keep a record of it for us to transfer when we're on. Because me and Wind both work, and a lot of you guys are at school right now, so we're not going to be on at the same time you are all the time. But when we are on, mention it to us. If you have a building that you wish to be transferred, we'll tell you what the price is, and we'll take it out of your actual physical money, not physical money, the balance money. So that's another way of transferring, stuff that you've earned. If you own a town, like my town here is Irontown. It has 28 plots. We will give you back money appropriate to how many plots you've bought. It won't be a 1-to-1 ratio. The money that you spent won't be completely given back to you. But you will get some money back if you've invested in a large town. If you're a commoner and you only own one town plot, we won't transfer money back for that town plot because you will get a starting cash when you start the new server. And as a commoner, you most likely only own one plot in the starting town, and the money that you get when you first start the new server is enough to buy one plot in the starting town. So we technically already have given you the money back for that plot. But if you're a baron and you've invested in a lot of town plots, we will give you some of that money back so that you can at least get a head start in your new town. And that money, once again, you need to make sure you transfer it from the balance money to physical currencies so that you can do the transfer. As you can see, I organized all my stuff. This is kind of a junk chest. It has dies. So I suggest you go through all your stuff, organize it, and then make a double chest size worth of items. Take all the items in here, put it in the ship by Sunday. Remember, Sunday is the last day for transferring items. It's the 16th at midnight will be the last day. The next day, we're going to be backing up everything. The server will be shut down for about an hour or so for the transfers, and not for the transfers, but for the saving of the items so that we can transfer them. After that initial shutdown, any items that are requested, any buildings that are requested will be denied. Any items that are put into the transfer chest will not be transferred. So once again, this is very important. Make sure you do it before Sunday. No, nothing other than that will be accepted. Anything past that, I'm sorry, we can't do it. Monday, which is the 17th, we'll be doing a GM event. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not going to let you guys know exactly what it is, but trust me, it's going to be a riot. It's going to be a great time, and I'll produce a video either Sunday or Monday morning talking to you about how the event will go, how the rules of the event will go, and all that. So be prepared. It will be around 3 to 4 p.m. Pacific time, so all of you guys should be out of school or getting out of school. And for those of you who are not in school, hopefully you don't have work during that time. And the event will last for a couple hours. And like I said, it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'll be filming it and releasing a little video of it. It'll be like a montage saying goodbye to Andoria and that kind of fun stuff. And then we'll shut down the server for 24 hours. And when the server's back up, we'll have Kuza started. And I'll release an introduction video about Kuza. And that will be a brand new playlist, a brand new play series. We'll do all the video tutorials from scratch. Because once again, it's a brand new server. So some of the rules, some of the way things are done might have changed. So we'll do all the tutorials from scratch again. All the videos will be released from scratch. We'll also tell you how to join the new server, basically your first day and all that stuff will be made on, so that would be Tuesday, basically, is when the new server will be actually up and running. So until then, if you have any questions, comment below or ask me on the server. I'll be on the server today, on and off, for a couple hours at a time, as well as tomorrow, which is Tuesday the 11th. I'll be on and off for hours to help with transfers. Throughout the rest of the week, I'll be on when I'm off work, and Wind will also be on and off, and That Hard will be on and off. So if you have any building transfers, you can request it then. If you have any questions about how item transfers are going to go, you can request it then. If you have any issues with the current plots, we'll help fix it then, because some of you guys have been offline for quite a while, so we can help you sort through any issues then. But that's pretty much it. Also, for those of you who've been banned, don't worry, we will have a banned appeal on the new server. You will be automatically banned right from the start because I'm just copying the banned file over. But you can appeal for the ban depending on how severe it was, and if you get accepted, you can hop back on the server again and play once more, because we have a new way of doing that. Once again, any questions at all, comment below or ask me on the server. And I shall see you then. This is MrYourWilly signing off. Like, comment, and subscribe to join the epicness. Adios.